Good morning, folks. How are you today? Well, it's not going to be anything long because we don't have a guest, but I do have a special guest. With regards to what's been happening recently with the children being at home and the fact that teachers are having some issues as well as students, I thought it best that I would ask my daughter, who has just got into secondary school, having not met any of her classmates face to face or her teacher face to face. Um, what has it been like for these young children, 11-year-old, who sat the 11 plus in July and are still doing online with the aspect of what's been happening with COVID 19? And the fact as well that these children would have been online for nearly 2 years. It's a new atmosphere. Um, when they came off on the 18th of March 2020, it was just about a week and a half before their Easter vacation last year. When the recommencement of school was looked at, they went into an online environment, both new to the teacher as well as to the students. Now, at that time, my daughter would have been in class three, preparing to go into class four, as well as looking at sitting the common entrance this year. When school recommenced, it was a face to face in September, and the children, of course, um, were streamed into class, meaning to say that some schools had children online and some were face to face. Lucky for her, Bay Primary was one of the few schools that had a full contingent of students, which were streamed in bit by bit, class by class, and officially the whole school started the following week as an 8:30 to 2 o'clock session. The younger children went home at 1:30 and the later students went home at 2. The children in class 4 were there until about 3 because the teachers were going over lots of classwork that was important at the time. Then, of course, this year we had another shutdown or pause, and they had to revisit again the online aspect. So they really only went face to face for 3 months, three months, and then after in January of this year, online. So they went online until, of course, April. We had the ASH, a late commencement to school again. So not was the only the COVID-19 a problem, they also had the ash. And we also had the hurricane Elsa. So these children would have had quite a lot of interference in their education um, stream. With regards to that, the class four students had to do their face to face for about a month. And if I'm correct, I think um, the school finished early again and they had to do online and then go back again face to face for the last 3 weeks before the common entrance on the 28th of July. Now, parents' concern were that they were hoping for the children to go back to school, and of course, that didn't transpire, and they had to start online again. New school, new environment, new schedule, and more work for them. So let me bring on Haleigh, and she can give her insight on what it has been like for her at school. What has it been like?
Well, we have been getting some challenges, technical difficulties, teachers dropping in and out of classes, people not turning up for registration, some children not turning up for classes. If children don't understand something, keep asking questions over and over again, and they'll be asking the same questions over and over and over again, and well, it frustrates the teacher, frustrates the children, and well, my personal challenges, I had technical difficulties, and it's a lot of fun meeting our new teachers, new classmates, but we wish that we could have met them in person because me personally, I did not want to go back online. I wanted to meet my teachers and my classmates face to face.
Wow. So that means that the challenges are there for all of the other students. And my question would be, what would be your recommendation at this time?
Well, my recommendation would be even if you can't get on the classes, still do the work. If you don't understand something, ask an older relative, older brother or sister, and if they sent notes, read over the notes. If you can get on the class, ask about the notes that they sent, because if you couldn't get onto class, you wouldn't know, and the notes that were there, you wouldn't understand what they're about. So if you can get back onto class, you can ask the teacher, say, ma'am or sir, my tablet or computer or device is playing full, and they would just explain what you missed, and that is my advice.
What aspect other than being with your students do you miss within a school environment?
Well, I miss sitting at a desk, an actual desk with a bag on my back and a uniform. That's what I miss.
What about the extracurricular activities?
Well, you can't do any of those as far as I know. Um, some children ask about doing extracurricular activities. Some children ask maybe going back to school. We don't know yet. So I just want to get back to school as fast as possible. And I don't know if anybody else wants to get back to school because they, I don't know. I don't like the online. A lot of people don't like the online.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get back to school. I want to meet my teachers. I want to be able to do integrated science. I want to be able to do social studies. I want to be able to see what my teachers look like instead of seeing an initial and a name, and I don't know the person's face.
Okay. Well, folks, that gives an example of how young students who have just entered secondary school are having challenges. And it may be mental, it might be physical, it may be financial, but these children are having some challenges with online school. It's a good experience too because when they get into tertiary level, there are some aspect that will be required. But right now, it seems to be a bit of a challenge to the young ones, even the younger ones, my son included. So, however, folks, we know that it's going to be a busy day, a busy week, and it's the beginning of a new month, November. Of course, that means you just have December, and we hope that all of you are going to have a great week. Remember, sanitize, wear your mask, social distance, and remember to call a friend. That friend would be so happy to hear you. Just say you're thinking about them and we love you. Have a wonderful day, and remember, keeping it real with Mary.